Hi, I'm Mitali Kini. I'm a PGY3 currently at Northwestern. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. I did my undergrad at MIT and my medical school at Cornell in New York, and now I just moved to Chicago. I know that when you're choosing residency, you have a lot of questions, so I'm here to give my point of view on food and how to have a social life while in residency. So in terms of great food options in Chicago, there's different pockets, which makes it really special. There's West Loop, where there's a lot of kind of higher end restaurants, but also great places to see live music while having a meal. You have River North, which is right next to the Northwestern campus, which also has a few different great spots that are affordable for residents, but also spots where you can spend time on patios when the weather is a little bit warmer. Streeterville also has a great selection in itself, so if you live very close to the hospital during the course of residency, you'll also have the opportunity to explore all the food options that are right around the block of the hospital, as well as along the lakeshore path and the river. And then if you go further up north, either if you move out there or if you just want to spend a weekend exploring the food scene, there's Lincoln Park and Logan Square, which offer also a variety of all different kinds of cuisines that are actually quite affordable on a resident budget. In terms of how to budget for food, during the week when you're working, there's a lot of options in the hospital. We receive Freedom Pay, which is a really great option for when you're on call to be able to access food in the hospital that the department provides some money for the residents. During the weekends, it's a good opportunity to kind of splurge just a little bit, maybe one or two times a week, and explore some of those great cuisines that I spoke about earlier. But during the week, there's definitely affordable options nearby. There's great grocery stores on every block. So if you have a kitchen at home, you can, whip up a quick meal, do some meal prep on Sunday before getting ready for the week ahead. In terms of social scene in Chicago, there's so many things to do. That's one of the great things about Chicago. There's things to do with friends, there's things to do alone. There's a great way to kind of tap into all your different personal interests. So for example, if you're interested in music, there is a wonderful music scene in Chicago. You can see anything from live jazz to the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. You can catch a lot of free shows during the summer out in Millennium Park. There's free jazz at the Shed Aquarium, at the Museum of Contemporary Art. And if you head up north, there's some great shows, comedy jazz at Green Mill, which is one of the oldest jazz venues in the city. In terms of other activities to do with friends, the Riverwalk and the Lakeshore Path are a great option to get outside, even during the winter months. There's opportunities to grab a drink or food right by the river. The beaches are always full of Chicago, volleyball players and just beachgoers during the summer. There's always activities going on. So if you're more interested in kind of outdoor activities and sports scene, there is plenty of parks that are nearby, which makes Chicago very special. There's Millennium Park, just about a 15-minute walk away from campus. There's great open fields where you can toss a ball or just kind of hang out with friends and picnic. If you head out west a little bit more, a short drive away, there's plenty of hiking trails if you're interested in a Saturday morning hike. And then if you head up further north, you can also make a weekend trip to various nearby Midwestern towns and enjoy a nice weekend away. If you're interested in some of the more underground entertainment scene, Chicago is the home of improv comedy. So we have Second City, that's also not super far away from Northwestern's campus. You can catch a Second City show. Honestly, anytime, any day of the week. There's a comedy club right across the street from Northwestern that's right in one of the prized pizza restaurants, Chino's East, so you can catch shows during the week or over the weekend. And if you're interested in more stand-up comedy, there's also the Laugh Factory, which is a famous stand-up comedy venue that's in Lakeview East. So there's really no dearth of experiences that you can have here. I think one of the greatest things is just that you can experience food and culture kind of at any time of the year and anywhere you go. There's options for free entertainment and activities like street fairs that occur during the warmer months, or there's opportunities, to splurge a little bit, have a really nice night out with friends and family, if you just want to, experience some of that some of the kind of higher scale Chicago living, and I do think that all of it's very doable on the resident salary that we obtain. I think that it's definitely doable to live within proximity of the hospital, for the rent that you pay here, and still get the chance to do those 1 or 2 activities a week that you really feel like you need for your personal wellness and your own social satisfaction. The residents are all very close. We all have similar interests. We're all very active. We're all, super social. And so we also have resident wellness events where we'll play volleyball in the summer, where we'll go to Bulls games as a department. And those are just awesome activities to just get to know your co-residents, get to know the faculty, and get to explore some Chicago activities together during the years that you're spending here. So I hope this makes your choice a little bit easier, and I hope to see you in Chicago soon.